Mr. Jones, you're charged with possession of marijuana less than an ounce, improper lane change, and violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. That is possession of edibles, marijuana. Do you understand what you're charged with, sir? Your bond is $7,000, and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. You think you'll be able to post bond?
Say it one more time.
Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes.
Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. You may return with the deputy.
You said 22nd?
Yes.
Timothy Jeffrey Jones Jr.
All right, Mr. Jones, you're charged with 2 counts of giving false name, address, and date of birth. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $5,000, and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
What that mean?
Okay, I'm gonna schedule you for July the 21st at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. After you speak with your attorney, if you choose to waive, they'll notify the court, okay? Speak with your attorney. And you can return with the deputy, sir. What's your name, sir?
Christopher Lott.
All right, Mr. Lott, we have to hold yours to the end. I'm waiting for the jail to send me some paperwork on you, okay?
What do you need me to do?
Just stand by. I'm waiting on paperwork on Mr. Lott and Richard Martinez. Okay, your name, sir?
Richard Martinez.
Okay. I need you to stand by. I'm waiting on paperwork from the jail.
Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
Chris Ray, R-A-Y.
All right, we're handling the fugitive matters last, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
So you need to stand by as well.
All right. Harris, so I go back here. Right. She said that was kind of. Okay. Go back to the room. Yeah. Come on.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Tyreek Revere Bonet.
I didn't hear your last name.
Revere Bonet.
Spell that for me.
REVERE hyphen VULNE.
All right, sir, you're charged with simple battery. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
You're ordered, well, you do not have a bond at this time. Looks like you're under sentence out of Clayton County, sentenced August the 2nd. You're ordered to stay away from Cedric Elijah Bonet Foster, not to 6071 Highway 85 in Riverdale, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up, and you're not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future. Do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
You say I don't have a bond right now?
That's correct.
And when will I have a bond?
You have to go to your preliminary hearing, sir, to determine whether they're going to revoke your probation from August of last year. Do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
I would like to have one, and I don't believe that I'm on probation.
Okay, that's what the paperwork shows at this time. Speak with your attorney, and if there's additional information for us to look at, they can submit it to the court. We've appointed a court-appointed attorney for everyone that does not have a private attorney today, okay?
Okay.
All right, so they'll speak with you. Your court date for the preliminary hearing is July the 21st at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202.
2-0.
And you may be 202, and you may return with the deputy.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Demond Schneider.
You said Knight?
Schneider.
Snyder.
Yeah.
Come on. All right, Mr. Snyder, you're charged with family violence, battery, and cruelty to children in the 3rd degree. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
You do not have a bond at this time. Looks like you are under sentence out of county. You're ordered to stay away from LaShane
Bashar.
Wachinsky, LaShawn, not to return to 681 Flint River Road in Jonesboro, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up, and you're not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future.
And you say,
Do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
I'd like to have it.
That's going to be set for July the 21st at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. And you may return with the deputy. What's your name, sir?
I hear Strauss.
I can't hear you.
I hear Strauss.
All right, the jail had you crossed out on the list, sir. So I'm not sure. I gotta check on your case, okay? So stand by. They had you crossed out on the list.
How you doing? I need Sales Jones.
What's your first name?
Neef,
Spell it.
J-N-E-E-F.
You said Jones.
Sales Jones. It's hyphenated.
What is it?
Hanif Sales Jones.
Sales. Oh, okay. That's what the problem is. Sir, you're charged with theft by receiving stolen property. Do you understand what you're charged with?
No, ma'am.
It is said that on June the 22nd, you took flight upon sight of law enforcement. Says that the subject was observed loitering in front of a building and began walking away as officers exited the vehicle. Subject was instructed to stop multiple times and began running to the rear of the above location. A black and colored 9mm Ruger was observed in the middle area of apprehension. During observation of the firearm, it appeared to have mud near the rear of the barrel disguising the full serial number. The 9mm was ran through NCIC, GCIC, which returned stolen out of Cobb County. Says that you're actively on felony probation for aggravated battery out of Illinois.
That's not true, ma'am. I'm on a domestic battery though, but I'm not on the aggravated battery from 2015.
All right, well, you do not have a bond at this time based on that. Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. You may return with the deputy. What's your name, sir?
Christopher Slade.
Mr. Slade, you're charged with 2 counts of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, 2 counts of obstructing an officer, use of possession of drug-related objects, possession of a firearm by a felon, and possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime. Sir, do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
You do not have a bond at this time. Looks like you're under sentence out of Clayton County Superior Court. Sentence date January the 26th of 2018. Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. You may return with the deputy.
202.
Yes, sir. What's your name, sir?
Vincent Smith.
All right, Mr. Smith, you're charged with use or possession of drug-related objects, possession of a weapon during the commission of a crime, possession of a firearm by a felon, and 2 counts of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Oh, yes, ma'am.
You do not have a bond at this time. And your order not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future. Second, at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right.
Oh,
What's your name, sir?
Brandon Spencer.
Mr. Spencer, you're charged with speeding, improper turn, reckless driving, and driving with no insurance. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
Yes.
Your bond is $3,500 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes. You said what was my bond again?
$3,500. Do you waive your preliminary hearing or would you like to have it?
I'm gonna have it.
That's gonna be set for July the 21st at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. You may return with the deputy.
Come on up, sir. Bryce Swilly.
You said Willis?
Bryce Swilly.
Swilly. Sir, you're charged with use or possession of drug-related objects, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of a weapon, use or possession of drug-related objects, and 2 counts of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $47,000 and your order not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
7,000. I'm not sure at this moment, but can I let you know?
Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202.
Okay. You said
And you may return with the deputy. You're
Okay.
welcome.
When is the court date, ma'am? I can't hear you.
July the 22nd,
July 22nd. Okay, what time?
8 a.m.
8 a.m. room 202.
Yes, sir.
43,000.
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
How you doing?
Okay, what's your name, sir?
Raphael Thomas.
Thomas. All right, Mr. Thomas, you're charged with failing to dim your headlights, obstructing an officer, battery, reckless conduct. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
You do not have a bond at this time. Looks like you are under sentence dating back May the 30th of 2018. Your order not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future. Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202.
I say, can you repeat the second half you said had stated
You do not have a bond at this time.
before then? When you read my charges, I can't hear you because the deputy talked to me.
You're charged with failing to dim your headlights, obstructing an officer, battery, and reckless conduct. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
Okay. You do not have a bond at this time.
Okay.
All right, and then your court date is gonna be set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202.
All right.
All right, you may return with the deputy.
Okay.
What's your name, sir?
Donovan Turner.
Walk back.
All right, Mr. Turner, you're charged with obstructing an officer and criminal trespassing. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $5,000. No, excuse me, $6,000. You're ordered to stay away from Yolanda Randolph, not to return to 5724 Riverdale Road in Atlanta, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up, and you're not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
I would like to waive it.
Stand by to sign your waiver. Name?
Cedric Oney Foster.
All right, Mr. Foster, Foster, you're charged with battery. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $5,000. You're ordered to stay away from Tyreek, Revere, Bonner, not to return to 6071 Highway 85 in Riverdale, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up, and you're not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Not 100% sure, but I think so.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
What would that determine?
Whether there's probable cause to move forward with your case.
I guess I could waive it, I guess.
All right, stand by to sign your waiver.
Put pen down.
Say my name? Oh, Rayvon Wilcox. Rayvon Daquan Wilcox, the chosen one, all power resolution. Oh, I'll talk myself. Wait. I did a greater good.
What's your name, sir? Your name, sir?
What, this on someone else? Okay, good.
State your name.
Oh, Rayvon Wilcox.
You said Wilcox?
Yeah, WILCOX.
All right, Mr. Wilcox, you're charged with criminal trespassing. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yeah, but yeah, I lived in, but I know, not on the lease, but yeah, that's my case.
All right, your bond is $3,500. You're ordered to stay away from Ethel Smith, not to return to 321 Country Club Drive in Jonesboro, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up, and you're not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
What does that mean?
Do you think you'll be able to pay the money to get out of jail?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
And do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
What's that?
Okay, I'm going to let you discuss it with your attorney that we court appointed for you. And then if you choose to waive, they'll notify the court. I'm gonna set your court date for July the 21st at 8 a.m.
Is the point of that if I already know what?
in courtroom 202.
I already know what to say.
Excuse me?
Wait, my mom said that, right? She said that I can't go home.
No, that's the court ordering you not to go there because you had a dispute.
Speak to my mom about that.
I'm sorry?
Can I speak with my mom about that? Can I speak to her about that?
You can't, is Ms. Ethel your mother?
Ethel Smith, yeah.
Yeah, so you can't speak to her right now. So you need to speak with your court-appointed attorney and let them advise you on how to move forward with your case. Because if you violate the order not to go to the house and not to speak with your mom, you're going to be facing additional charges and potentially stay in jail until the case is resolved. All right?
Hey,
All right, you may return with the deputy, sir.
Step this way from me. Come this way.
what about now?
Come this way. I got you. Come this way.
Oh, okay.
Put your hands on the wall right there.
Hey, right, hold on.
Like you do. Step back. Step back. Put your feet for me. Put your feet. Hold it. Hold it in the pocket. Okay? In the pocket. You have it.
James Sampson Wooten III.
Hands behind your back. Hands behind your back. Walk like that.
All right, Mr. Wooten, you're charged with giving a false name, address, or date of birth. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $2,500 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing or would you like to have it?
Hold on, you can explain to me, like, if I don't waive it, what they'll do?
Then we'll give you a court date.
Oh, and if I waive it, it just give me a quicker court date.
You'll go, if you waive, you'll go sooner, right, to
But the latest date is July
the court.
2nd.
I don't have,
You like they be frozen or something.
for Mr. I didn't,
You froze up, Judge.
I said the court date is for July the 21st at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202.
Appreciate it, y'all.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Darius Caldwell.
All right, okay. Mr. Caldwell, you're charged with criminal trespassing. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am, but I do have a question about,
Hold on, let me get through this first before you ask any question you have. Your bond $500, your order to stay returned to 15.
excuse me, she's freezing out. I can't hear anything she's saying.
You'll be able to post bond?
Froze up, Judge.
Say it again.
You froze, Your Honor. I didn't hear anything you said.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said your bond is $3,500. You're ordered to stay away from Shanteria Williams, not to return to 1543 Iris Walk in Jonesboro, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up, and you're not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am, I have the amount on my account already.
All right, and do you waive your preliminary hearing or would you like to have it?
I would like to waive it. That I get a faster court date that way, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, stand by to sign your waiver.
Hold on, sir. We better down, state your name.
Sir, what's your name?
Raquel Evans.
Evans?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Evans, you're charged with theft by deception. Do you understand what you're charged with?
No, ma'am.
It is said that on December the 16th of 2019 at 7471 Highway 85 in Riverdale, Georgia, you did obtain property, $100 US currency by deceitful means, selling stolen property, a Sony PlayStation 4 with the intent of depriving the lawful owner of the said property, Cash American Pawn, the said property being worth $1,500 or less. It says that the accused created an impression of an existing fact, which was false, by selling the stolen article and signing documents. Your bond is $2,000 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
No, ma'am.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing or would you like to have it?
I waive.
Stand by to sign your waiver.
I can ask you something. So you
Yes,
don't have anything in the system say violation of probation?
Say it again.
I said, do you have any like a charge in the system that say violation of probation? Because that's what they told me.
I didn't hear his question.
I said, do you have anything in the system that said that violation of probation? Because that's what they told me.
I'm not sure if that's a hold, but I know I don't see one here. And this is a misdemeanor, giving you a bond.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
And stand by to sign your waiver, sir. Before you bring up the next person, what happened with Stanley Easy?
Who's that?
Stanley Easy.
You bonded out?
He bonded out?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, what about Ladarius Guerin?
You bonded out?
Okay. All right. Jessica Pugh, P-U-I-G.
Bonded out?
She bonded out?
Not active.
That was a felony. And there was no bond set. So how was she bonded out?
Support this, Judge.
Say it again.
Not active. Give me a call. I'll take a
It says not active on there. All right, and then how about Brian Radfield?
He's in medical, got to do him last.
I didn't hear you.
He's in medical, got to do him last.
Medical. Okay, you can call the next person.
Come on, bro.
Alfred Erickson Griffin Jr.
All right, Mr. Griffin, you're charged with brake light violation and driving on a suspended license. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, your bond is $2,000 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
The thing is, I just moved here to Georgia and all my folks live in Alabama. So it's kind of, somebody said something about y'all have an option called a RO bond. Would that be available for me?
Say it again.
ROR bond or something, release on conscience, but I don't know what it is really. Do y'all have that available for me? I have money in my account to bond out, but I just don't have nobody to go to the bondsman or call the bondsman. All my family live in Alabama. I moved to Ellenwood, Georgia, maybe like 3 months ago. I've been working here for going on about a year though. In Atlanta, I've been working here.
Okay, I'll give you an OR bond, sir. You may return with the deputy.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay. Who's the next?
Come on, Doug.
Ryan Hobby,
What's your last name?
Hobby.
All right, Mr. Hobdy, you're charged with identity fraud, criminal attempt to commit identity fraud, and forgery in the first degree. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
Your bond is $23,000 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond.
Okay.
Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes.
Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202, and you may return with the deputy.
Okay, thank you.
Come on up, sir.
What's your name, sir?
Quincy Jameson.
All right, Mr. Jameson, you're charged with driving on a suspended license, driving with defective equipment, possession of marijuana, less than an ounce, and possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $13,500 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am. I got a bond for the possession of firearm with the felon.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. And you may return with the deputy. What happened with Charles Carter?
He's in medical, we're gonna do him later.
How you doing?
All right, sir, what's your name?
My name is Bobby Jolly.
Bobby.
Jolly, Jolly.
All right, Mr. Jolly, you're charged with driving with an expired tag and possession of MDMA. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
You do not have a bond at this time. Looks like you're under sentence out of Clayton County, dated September the 4th of 2019, 12-month suspended sentence. Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. And you may return with the deputy. You're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future, sir.
Can I ask you a question, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
You said I'm under, what
It looks like you were sentenced September the 4th of 2019 to a 12-month suspended sentence.
What is that?
Speak with your attorney, your court-appointed attorney about it, and they'll explain it to you. You weren't supposed to get in trouble within the 12 months that you were under sentence.
Step this way, sir. Step this way. Put your hands on the wall. Keep your hands on the wall, won't you get back to work? Okay. You get a box. You have a mouse? Want to finish this up? Just put it on. Now, skip. Now, straight.
Jones Anthony.
What's your name, sir?
Jones Anthony.
All right, Mr. Jones, you're charged with loitering or prowling. Do you understand what you're charged with?
No, because I was just I was in pain. I was just sitting down.
All right, the officer says that on June the 24th, you did walk around aimlessly in the parking lot of 7828 North Main Street. And upon sight of law enforcement, began walking away from the location towards Main Street. Says the offender then walked directly into another deputy, entering the property from the other side. This is the parking lot of a motel where it's not common for people to hang around. The bond is $1,000 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
You know when I'm getting out.
Excuse me?
I don't know if it's not gonna bail me out. You know when I'm gonna get out.
No, sir. Do you waive your preliminary hearing or would you like to have it?
I'd like to have it.
All right, that's gonna be set for July the 22nd, excuse me, 21st.
Can I waive it?
You can. You wanna waive?
Yes, sir.
Stand by to sign your waiver.
Step this way. Stop this way. That's the mask up.
How you doing?
Okay, what's your name, sir?
Martavius Jones.
All right, Mr. Jones, you're charged with possession of marijuana, less than an ounce, use of possession of drug-related objects, and child safety restraint violation. You understand what you're charged with?
That drug object, that was, I ain't know you could go to jail for a scale. I didn't know you could go to jail for having a
Do
scale.
you understand what you're charged with? Sir?
Yes, ma'am, I understand what I was charged for.
All right, your bond is $3,000 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am, I can get out. Yes, ma'am, I can make a call and get out.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing or would you like to have it?
I'll waive it.
Stand by to sign your waiver.
Well,
Put the pen down.
Huh?
Put the pen down. Step this way. Put your mask back on. One sign. Press and sign.
How you doing, Brian Lathan? Lathan, L-A-T-H-E-R-N.
What's your last name, sir?
Lathan, L-A-T-H-E-R-N.
All right, Mr. Lathan, you're charged with simple assault, family violence, and family violence battery. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $9,500. You're ordered to stay away from Rhonda Howard, not to return to 8121 Green Garden Drive in Riverdale, Georgia. You have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up. And you're not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing or would you like to have it?
Waive.
Stand by to sign your waiver.
Not right here.
What's your name, sir?
Marquise Lawrence.
All right, Mr. Lawrence, you're charged with aggravated assault by strangulation and cruelty to children. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
You do not have a bond at this time. You're ordered to stay away from Lativa Riley and Tynesa Riley. not to return to 6428 Church Street in Riverdale, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up. And you're not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future. Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. You may return with the deputy. What's your name, sir?
Roland Moore.
I didn't hear you.
Roland Moore.
You said Moore?
Yes, ma'am.
Roland, okay. All right, Mr. Moore, you're charged with aggravated assault. Do you understand what you're charged with?
I don't understand, but I wasn't aggravated.
All right, it said that on June the 24th, you did strike your wife, Gloria King, over the head with a mirror during a verbal altercation, which caused it to shatter. The victim had lacerations to her chest and left arm. The officer witnessed the broken glass from the mirror on the living room floor. Indicated that this is an act of family violence since the said accused and victim are married and live in the same residence. It's occurred in Clayton County, Georgia. Do not have a bond at this time. You're ordered to stay away from Gloria King, not to return to 5874 Sherwood Place in Ellenwood, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up, and you're not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future. Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202.
Can I ask you a question?
The deputy. What's your question, sir?
She got all my all my IDs and she refused to give it to me. What can I do about that if I can't get no IDs or nothing?
Make an appointment to go with the sheriff to the property, and you can retrieve your belongings.
Okay, but what happens if she still don't give it to me? Because she's gonna say that anyway.
You have to speak with your attorney about it. I can't advise you on that.
Okay. I'll put your hands on, I'll put the magistrate on the table.
Marquez Guns.
What's your name, sir?
Marquez Kynes.
You said Times?
Kynes. Kinds.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Kynes, you're charged with solicitation on highways, loitering, and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yeah, I understand it, but I ain't had no marijuana.
Okay, speak with your attorney about the facts of your case. Your bond is $3,000 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Possible. I got like $140 with me. I might be able to though. Yeah.
And do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
I think for the date is July 21st.
If you choose not to waive, it'll be July the 21st.
Shit. I'm gonna waive it.
All right, stand by to sign your waiver.
Print your name first and you're gonna sign it. So I go to court.
What's your name, sir?
Curtis McCool, Your Honor. How you doing, Your Honor?
I'm fine, thank you. McCool?
McCool, yes, MCCOOL.
All right, sir, you're charged with family violence, simple battery. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Ma'am.
Sir?
No, ma'am.
All right. It is said that on June the 24th, you did grab your girlfriend, which Both lived together for 1 year. Ms. Kia R. Thompson White.
Yes.
She is 5 months pregnant. Said that you also slammed the car door onto Ms. Thompson White while she was entering the vehicle. Bond is $6,000. Your order to stay away from Kia Thompson White, not to return to 4820 Massachusetts Boulevard in Clayton County, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up, and you're not to violate any laws if you post bond.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Absolutely. I just wanted to ask you if
Do you waive, hold on, do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
I waive my preliminary hearing, would the next court date be shorter than that? You get what
Yes.
I'm like, okay, so I'll waive it, yes, because yeah, I'd rather just get the time served and stuff like that. Thank you, Your Honor.
Stand by to sign your waiver.
Okay.
And sign, put the matters on board. No problem, sir. Except you what? Print and sign. First, and then just put your name to it.
That's Jaleel Moore.
Sir, what's your name?
Jaleel Moore.
All right, Mr. Moore, you're charged with driving with defective equipment, driving without a license, seatbelt violation, and driving with an expired tag. Do you understand what you're charged with?
No.
You said no? It is said that on June the 25th, you did operate a 2016 Lexus ES 350, white in color on Terra Boulevard, within the intersection at Poston Road in Clayton County, with the front right tire completely flat to where the tire came off the rim. The driver was operating a motor vehicle on a wet road in the rain in excess of 40 miles an hour on the rim. The traffic was stopped. The officer made contact with the offender, who was the sole occupant. GCIC check revealed you had an ID only and to be unlicensed. Contact was made with the offender. Did not have your seatbelt. It was behind you. It was not being worn properly. It also shows that your tag was expired as of July the 6th. The vehicle was not in good working order to operate safely on the highways of the state. Your total bond is $2,500, and your order not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
I like to have, but I got one question on that.
That's going to be set for July the 21st at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. What's your question, sir?
I'm trying to figure out like how I got an aggravated assault charge, because I had an ag.
You said an aggravated assault charge?
That's what they told me when they arrested me. So I'm like, I don't know.
Okay, I don't know if that's on the, that's not before this court today. That's not any of the charges that we have today. So I don't know if that's going to be added at some other point, but I'm not certain of that charge. You can return with the deputy. What's your name, sir?
Jesus Perez, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Perez, you're charged with driving with an expired tag, driving with no insurance, concealing the identity of the motor vehicle, and I've dismissed the seatbelt violation. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, I do.
Your bond is $2,000, and your order not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I did not hear when you said the bail amount.
$2,000.
Okay.
And you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
I'll wait.
Stand by to sign your waiver.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Cedric Usher.
Say it again.
Cedric Usher.
All right, Mr. Usher, you're charged with driving on an expired tag, driving while your vision was obstructed, driving on a suspended license, driving with no insurance, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, possession of methamphetamine. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am. And that's even if all this was because I bought a car from somebody else.
You have to speak with your attorney about the facts of your case. We court appointed an attorney to assist you, and they'll speak to you about that. You need to speak to them. Your total bond is $13,500. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am.
You're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. You may return with the deputy.
Step to your right.
What's your name, sir?
Interior Westmoreland.
All right, Mr. Westmoreland, you're charged with 2 counts of criminal trespassing and terroristic threats. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
You do not have a bond at this time. You're ordered to stay away from Josette Westmoreland, not to return to 664 Utoy Court in Jonesboro, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up. You're not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future. The court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. And you may return with the deputy.
Can I write it down? Can you tell me the room again?
Okay, I'll tell you.
Courtroom 202.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
DeBro Wilson.
All right, Mr. Wilson, you're charged with aggravated assault by strangulation, criminal damage to property in the 2nd degree, and cruelty to children in 3rd degree. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is Your bond is $23,000. You're ordered to stay away from Deborah Cia Wilson, not to return to 6369 Roy Hugh Road in Riverdale, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up, and you're not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, Your Honor.
Your court date is July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. And you may return with the deputy.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, do you all have John Merriweather? It's an add-on.
No, we don't.
John Merriweather.
No, we don't have.
Okay, can y'all bring that person up? How about Jasmine Pritchett?
You bond it up.
That's a battery charge. How could she have bonded out? Your paperwork says she bonded out? can't hear you.
You know,
Say it again.
we got her up here.
I don't know what you're saying.
She's on her way up here.
Oh, okay. And then Dana Stevens. What do you have on Dana Stevens?
You're looking up, Judge.
Okay.
You said John Merriweather, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I do not know if she's gonna wait. Okay. Johnson, this is Deputy Law. Hey, do you have a Jasmine Pritchett down there? Pritchett, Jasmine Pritchett. All right. How about a Dana Stevens? Okay.
Judge, you want to do the extradition while I locate these inmates?
I can. And can you ask the jail for the paperwork I'm waiting on?
Yeah, I got the paperwork down here with me so they can sign.
No, I emailed them paperwork on those 3 people: Zaire Strauss, Chandra Forbes. The other 2 are medical. Christopher Lott and Richard Martinez.
I got paperwork on Felix, Ray, and Summerfield. Fellas, face the wall. Can you look up an image for us? All right.
All right, so let's have Robin Summerfield.
He's on the way up, Doug.
Christopher Ray. And Chodozy Felix.
Summerfield, come on up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Robin Summerfield.
Over you and anything.
All right, Ms. Summerfield, it is said that you are wanted out of Dallas County Sheriff's Office in Dallas, Texas, for violation of probation under F1341398Q. You also have Christopher Ray and Felix Chodozy.
You talking to me?
Talking to the deputies.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know.
Yes, ma'am, we have.
Can you have them up so I can read this one time, please?
Yes. Felix and Ray down there.
And you said Ellis County, ma'am?
Dallas County.
Oh, I think so.
Oh, can you look at one? It's very well done. Very well.
So you want both of them up here with me, ma'am?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, come on.
And who are you, sir?
I'm Christopher Ray.
All right, Mr. Ray, it is said that you are wanted out of Iredell County, North Carolina, under NIC warrant 180685967 for a crime that's punishable by death or imprisonment for a term exceeding 1 year. And then is Mr. Felix up?
He's coming, Judge.
All right, and you are Felix Chodozy Destiny?
I am Prince Felix, actually, but yeah.
I'm sorry, say your name again.
Yes, Felix. I'm Felix.
All right, sir, it is said that you are wanted out of Porter County Sheriff's Office in Indiana for probation violation under 64D011603F40023. I'm gonna read some information to you all, and then you let me know how you want to proceed in case. This hearing is called an extradition hearing. All of the rights that I advised everyone of earlier also applies in your case, but your case is a little bit different from the other first appearance hearings that have just taken place. You do not have, well, Mr. Felix, you do have charges pending, but for purposes of this proceeding, we're moving forward with your extradition hearing. And we're proceeding on the charges that are pending against you in another state. They are requesting that you be returned to that state to answer for the charges. Do any of you have an attorney representing you in your extradition matter?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
All right. This hearing is being conducted pursuant to OCGA Title 17, Chapter 13. As it is heard, it is alleged that you are charged with a crime out of your demanding state. You have a choice as to whether you wish to contest extradition or to waive extradition and be returned to the other state without going through the extradition process. If you decide that you wish to contest extradition, the court may commit you to the county jail for an initial period of 30 days. During that time, a warrant will be prepared under the governor's signature for your extradition to the other state. The court will not give you a bond at this time, as it is said that you are fugitives from justice. If you do not wish to voluntarily return to the demanding state, you may file what's called a writ of habeas corpus to contest the extradition. The writ of habeas corpus can only contest 4 things. The first thing is whether the extradition documents are in order on their face. The second is whether you are charged with a crime that actually exists in the demanding state. The third is whether you are the person named in the request for extradition. And the fourth is whether you are in fact a fugitive from justice. You cannot contest the issue of guilt or innocence in this state. You are entitled to the advice of counsel in contesting extradition or in deciding whether to waive extradition. If the state is unable to extradite you within 30 days, you may be committed to the county jail for an additional 60 days awaiting your extradition. If the extradition is not completed within 90 days, then you will be released. Does any of you have a question about what I just explained?
I have one question.
Yes, sir. What's your question?
If I waive my, because somebody was explaining to me yesterday, the investigator, he was like, if I waive my rights, and I wanted to know what rights did I have of waiving them to be expedited?
If you waive, then we'll notify the state that's requesting you to be returned there that you are waiving, and then they're going to come and pick you up. If you choose not to waive, then you would file your writ of habeas corpus and have a hearing to contest the extradition, saying any one of the 4 things or any combination of the 4 things that I said that you can contest. But you cannot contest guilt or innocence of the underlying charges here. You have to go to the demanding state for that. Yes, ma'am.
When I waive, if I am waiving, how long do it take for them to come? How long do they have?
In the past, it's taken somewhere between 10 or so days. With COVID-19 right now, I'm not sure if they're going to be moving slower. I also know there's a holiday coming up. I know that it won't be the months, that have slowed other processes, but I can't give you an exact date. The jail normally notifies them on the day you waive if you choose to waive. I know that.
So,
and then it's up to them to come and pick you up.
So if they don't come within the days, they'll just let us go, or?
If they, yes, if they just decide that they're not coming, they normally will tell the jail that they're not, and the jail will release you. But if they're intending to come, then the jail will hold you for them. Yes, sir.
I had talked to my mom yesterday, and she gave me some valuable information about my situation of somebody using my name in the process.
Again, you cannot contest the underlying charge in the state of Georgia, right? So you would have to go to the demanding state to speak to them about it, because we're not pursuing that here. Now, you're Mr. Felix.
I'm Felix.
I'm Mr. Ray.
All right, so Mr. Felix, it looks like you have other charges here as well. With the fugitive charge, I'm not sure if the state of Georgia is going to pursue you on the other charges, but I want to make you aware of that.
I've already finished my time with the DUI and giving information.
Okay, so Ms. Summerfield, are you going to waive or contest?
I'm waiving, I'm ready to go. I'm waiving.
Okay, so if the deputy will give you the waivers, make sure that you sign 7 or 8 of them and keep the last one for your record, okay?
Waiving, that mean they'll come quicker, right?
Ma'am?
Waiving, that mean they'll come quicker.
Yes, ma'am.
And it usually take up to 10 days usually.
Right, but don't hold me to a 10-day mark because it may be longer with what's going on right now.
A month or 2 or 3 months.
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
I would
All right,
also,
Mr. Ray,
I would also like to waive.
okay? Make sure that you sign 7 to 8 copies and the last one will be yours, okay?
Ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
All right, and what are you gonna do, Mr. Felix?
I'm waiving it, man. I can't hear you.
I didn't hear you. Make sure you, I said, make sure you sign 7 to 8 copies. The last one will be yours for your record, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Excuse me, ma'am, I got one question.
Yes, sir.
Is my parole officer notified of this situation that's going on?
I think that's what the hole is from, isn't it? I think that's what the hole is.
No, the whole is from a whole nother county that I didn't know nothing about. I had my parole officer.
I don't have that information from that state.
Oh, okay.
That's from North Carolina. Not sure.
Okay, so I didn't know what a hoe, I thought the hoe was coming from there. I didn't know if my PO knew about it or not.
I'm not sure.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Excuse me. Just lost my job. Lost my life. I'm gonna tell you what hurt me the most. When you know you want to be there, when you doing it good.
Did you get the paperwork for Forbes, sir?
Say it again.
Did you get the paperwork for Forbes?
I just seen it. I don't know. Man.
No. No, I'm still waiting. We may have to come out and come back in for the remainder to give them an opportunity to pull the information. I'm not sure what's happening right now.
Very good.
The thing is, Forbes, I may have had it, but because they had on there that Forbes was not active, I put it to the side. So let me try to see. I might have that one. I know the others I don't.
I'm so sorry. That's picture right there, dude.
All right, Miss Pritchett, you're charged with battery. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
Your bond is $5,000 and you're ordered to stay away from Tavares Clayton, not to return to 142 Alexander Court in Riverdale, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you are to make arrangements with the sheriff to pick it up, and you're not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes.
Do you waive your preliminary hearing or would you like to have it?
I would like to have it.
That's going to be set for July the 21st at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202.
July what?
21st.
Okay.
At 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. You may return with the deputy.
Have a seat, please.
And the seal right there. Martinez. Got Lot, Strauss, and Martinez. You have paperwork for Lot, Strauss, and Martinez?
You talking to me?
Lot, Strauss, and Martinez?
No, I'm still waiting. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look and see if I have Forbes, but I don't have those three yet. I'm still holding. I just got a message that they're working on it. Okay, you can bring up Forbes. All right, Ms. Forbes, you're charged with 2 counts of violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, that is possession of cocaine,
Yes, ma'am.
possession of MDMA, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and possession of marijuana less than an ounce. You do not have a bond at this time. Looks like you're on probation out of Clayton County. You're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future. The court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. And you may return with the deputy.
Okay, I got a question. Can I waive
Can you what?
it?
No, you can't waive the felony matters at this time, but speak with your attorney and you may be able to waive your hearing closer to the date. You can't waive it during our first appearance, okay?
Okay, so I can waive it closer than July the 21st, 22nd.
22nd is when it's scheduled. Speak with your court-appointed attorney and they'll instruct you on the process, okay? Thank you, ma'am.
Mr. Father,
Yes, sir.
you got a date of birth on Meriwether?
Yes. I think it says 8678.
8678? Yeah, I know. Meriwether, 8678. Oh, that. Eight, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I know it. John Meadow, 86, 7, 8. Yeah. Six, seven, eight. So how you spell Mayweather's last name? Just my father.
What'd you say?
How you spell his last name? Mayweather?
Merriweather?
Yes.
M-E-R,
You said L-E-R?
M is in Michael,
Okay.
E-R-I-W-E-T-H-E-R.
Okay, I got it correct. M-A-M-E-R-I-W-E-T-H-E-R. First name John. 8678. Oh, I got a date of birth now.
Okay, do you have Strauss up? Zaire Strauss? All right, and you are Zaire Strauss?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Strauss, you're charged with fleeing from police, reckless driving, interfering with government property, and speeding. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
Your bond is $14,500. You're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond.
Can you say that again?
$14,500, and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. The court date is set for July the 22nd, 8 a.m. at courtroom 202. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may return with the deputy.
July 26th, 8 in the morning?
Yes, sir.
What room she, you know what room she said? 202. 2 or what? 202.
Judge,
Yes.
do you have an LE number for Meriwether?
Yes. LE number? Yes, 0726458.
Okay, it's LE number 0726. 458. Good luck. Okay, thank you. That's a lot. It's your paperwork, then I gotta go down another 423, 253, 180. Well, there's an intake, this is intake thing. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Okay. Hold on for a minute, and I'm gonna try to move that so we get check it out, man. Okay, drop it. Okay, you can slow down. All right now. Trying to finish it?
Okay, you all can pull up Richard Martinez.
Martinez. You take them 3 females with you. You take them with you.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Martinez, you're charged with improper U-turn, reckless driving, improper lane change, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, that is Schedule 1, mushrooms or shrooms, and use or possession of drug-related objects. Do you understand?
Can you repeat that last part, ma'am? You cut off.
Say it again. I didn't hear what you said.
Can you repeat that last part, ma'am? You cut off.
Use or possession of drug-related objects. I said, do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $9,500. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
You said $9,500 total?
Yes.
Yes, I will.
Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. You may return with the deputy.
July 27th,
22nd.
22nd, 8 a.m. What room number, ma'am?
202 at 8 a.m.
202.
Yes.
You said my bond was 9,500?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
You got paperwork on lots?
I don't. Not yet. Waiting on lot. Waiting on lot. Did you all confirm that Dana Stevens was out on bond?
Yeah, Stevens out on bond.
Thank you. All right, so we have Meriwether, Lot, and then the people in medical, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What, you have 3 for medical?
Yes.
Okay.
You didn't say it. You'll need that long cord that's on that long blue extension cord. But this one's not gonna reach. What's your name, ma'am?
Meriwether.
You ready for Meriwether, Your Honor? Do you have paperwork for her? Okay.
John Meriwether?
Yes.
Yes.
Jury. Take it up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Miss Meriwether,
Yes.
how do you pronounce your first name?
Jury.
Spell it.
Jahri.
All right, you're charged with improper left turn and driving under the influence less safe. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes.
Your bond is $3,500 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes.
And do you waive your preliminary hearing or would you like to have it?
I don't know. I guess, yeah.
Okay, we've appointed an attorney to assist you with your case, so we'll set your court date for July the 21st at 8 a.m. in courtroom 02. After you've discussed it with your attorney, if you choose to waive, they'll notify the court. And you can return with the deputy.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. All right, you can bring up Christopher Lott. And you're Christopher Lott.
Yes, ma'am.
You're charged with brake light violation, improper tag display, violation of Georgia Controlled Substance Act, that is possession of marijuana over and out, and possession of a firearm during the commission of a felony. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Yes, ma'am.
Your bond is $16,000, and your order not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes, ma'am. Said.
Your court date is July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. And you may return with the deputy.
July the 22nd. What was my bond again, ma'am? 16.
Yes, sir.
And what was the room number?
202.
2. It was no specific time, right? Just a time.
8 a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Have a blessed day.
You too. Thank you. Okay, now we have medical.
Yes, ma'am, I'm about to move to the infirmary.
Okay.
Desmond Paul.
What's wrong? That one, you gotta be 24 hours, then you get another. You get another?
Can I use the restroom?
Yeah, we are. Can you hear me?
Who was that?
Chrysler?
I didn't hear.
Chrysler?
You said Pritchard?
Chrysler.
I'm sorry. Chrysler. All right, Erica Chrysler. All right, Miss Chrysler, you're charged with discharging a firearm near a highway. Do you understand what you're charged with?
I don't.
Okay, I'll read the WAA to you. It says that on June the 23rd, while in a verbal altercation with April Ringer, the offender produced a black semi-automatic handgun and pointed it at the victim. The offender later turned herself and the gun in at a nearby fire station. The event occurred in Clayton County. Your bond is $5,000 and you're ordered to stay away from April Ringer, not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future. We've appointed a court-appointed attorney to assist you, but if you'd like to have a private attorney assist you, you can go ahead and hire one. Once they file their entry of appearance, the court-appointed attorney will stop representing you. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
Yes.
And do you waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it? Or speak with your attorney before making a decision?
No, I don't have to do that. I don't have to speak to an attorney.
Do you want to waive your preliminary hearing, or would you like to have it?
You can waive it.
All right, stand by to sign your waiver. All right, who do you have next?
All right. We have, Redfield on it.
Who?
Redfield.
All right. What is happening?
Redfield? Got another guy on.
Jesus Christ. This is not a first appearance.
Okay, Judge, this is Rayfield. I can't hear you.
Can she even hear me?
Are you Brian Ratfield?
Yes, ma'am. Can you
All
hear
right,
me?
Mr. Ratfield, you're charged with interfering with government property. Do you understand what you're charged with?
Can you hear me?
Yes, do you understand what you're charged with?
Y'all know I should be at Panama City Police Department running something by now. Y'all know who I am?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you, sir. What did you say?
You're probably in the room over there talking to me. What is it? I didn't do a damn thing. There's one eyewitness that said something, and I haven't even got paperwork that says my charge. What are y'all running here? That's not how it's ran. That's not how a damn prison is ran. This is not even a jail. Don't even run like this.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't hear what he said. What's the problem?
I have never even gotten to what I've been charged with. I had one eyewitness. There was never even nobody there. What do y'all say? That should have been destruction of property or what they're trying to sell me. They said I broke a window.
Do is speak with your attorney regarding your matter, sir. I'll go ahead and appoint a court-appointed attorney to assist you. Do you understand what you're charged with?
The fake screen to make it look like you're a judge.
Mr. Ratfield?
Yeah, I'm talking about a lawyer when I talk to her. You know,
Miss,
yeah, she's not even, that's not even a real thing. It's digitally put up on there. You'll see the white behind this shit. You'll see how.
all right.
Judge, you been Uncle Robert.
Okay, I just need to give him his court date, though.
This ain't first appearance. Where's my paperwork saying I got first appearance? What's court date?
Mr. Ratfield,
Come up here, so I can see.
your bond is $7,500 and you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond. Do you think you'll be able to post bond?
I haven't got one phone call. I haven't got to do anything. So what y'all legally obtaining me unjustly? I'm a tax-paying citizen, and I am being illegally obtained.
Okay, we've appointed an attorney to assist you, sir.
I have my own property, my own in Panama City, Florida.
I can't understand what you're saying when you're screaming. I'm going to appoint an attorney to assist you. Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. When your attorney comes and speak with you, sir, you can discuss your case with her or him, and they can advise you on how to proceed. And you may return with the deputy. Thank you.
That don't even sound like the right charge. It should have been destruction of property, which is a bullshit ass fucking misdemeanor.
All right, and then you have Charles Carter.
Yeah, he's right here in the doorway.
All right, Mr. Carter, you're charged with aggravated assault, criminal trespassing, aggravated assault on a police officer, and obstructing an officer. Do you understand what you're charged with, sir? I can't hear anything that he's saying.
Yeah.
Do you understand what you're charged with, sir? No? All right, let me read it to you. Okay, listen. Listen, it says that on June the 24th, you became involved in a physical confrontation with your wife, Keisha Charles, in which you choked her by placing your hands on her neck. Says you choked her until she could not breathe. Your wife was in fear of receiving serious bodily harm or dying. Says the offender also changed the locks on several doors, preventing his wife from entering her rooms. Officer Elliott attempted to place the offender in custody. You immediately resisted Officer Elliott's attempt to arrest with violence. Are you listening, sir?
Are you listening to me?
The offender obtained a weapon, an iron, and struck Elliott in the head, his left temple. His assault impact weapon to the officer's head placed Elliott in fear of seriously bodily harm or death.
Did you sign that?
Let's see.
And then they'll show me.
All right, and it obstructed Elliott from conducting his official duty as a law enforcement officer. You do not have a bond at this time. You're ordered to stay away from Keisha Charles, not to return to 162 Olympic Drive in Fayetteville, Georgia. If you have any of your belongings at that address, you're ordered to have the sheriffs assist you. And you're ordered not to violate any laws if you post bond in the future. Your court date is set for July the 22nd at 8 a.m. in courtroom 202. And you may return with the deputy, sir.
You try to kill me more than 5 times. You very wrong. And you can't tell me the officer who wrote the police report that he don't fucking work here anymore. You wrong.
Excuse me? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what he said.
That officer still work here? You that whole unit team still work here? Did not one of them walk me in here.
I'm sorry. Deputy, what is he saying?
There's nowhere near my house.
Not an officer that works here.
Cause you can't tell me who wrote it. They never gave it to me in my hand.
Okay, he's not speaking to me. Is that what it is?
I didn't hurt nobody.
Oh, he's not speaking. Okay. Is there any other on the calendar?
What's your room?
All right. Thank you.
This is what I